Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am really excited for you guys to watch today's Quran feedback session with our recurring guest, Muhammad Khan. You're going to learn about the importance of having someone to recite to throughout your Quran journey. So make sure you stay all until the end, and I'm going to share something with you which I think you might like. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy today's session. Inshallah ta'ala. You're planning to come Bradford, right? Or you're not able to
Inshallah,
come?
yeah.
Come
If
to come,
from Bradford
inshallah.
for the summer, yeah. Are you gonna come, bro?
Most likely, yeah, inshallah ta'ala.
Please come in.
Inshallah.
Yeah, I wanna see.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna try my best to come, inshallah ta'ala. Right,
Inshallah.
Ya Akhi Kareem. Obviously, we've already done one of these before, and we've
Yeah,
also recited the Quran from cover to cover. I'm
yeah,
gonna say once,
alhamdulillah.
maybe more than once. I think more than once, right?
Did we do it more than once? I remember one time we did go through it, but I'm not sure. I think the other times you were just listening to my hif.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, Ya Allah Barik. So, you know how it works. Today, inshallah, again, we're gonna go to the Fatiha, see what happens.
inshallah.
Because I remember last time, I titled the video, right? I couldn't listen to any mistakes. So today I'm
Yeah,
gonna first put my volume up so I can hear everything, and then
yeah.
I'm gonna be as strict as possible, inshallah. See where it
Okay,
goes.
inshallah.
Yeah.
Barakallah feek.
So we're gonna start off obviously with Surah Al-Fatiha,
No,
and afterwards, if you got time, a recitation of that you prepared or something like that. But before we actually recite anything, I want to ask. So obviously you've already done all of these before, but what made
yeah.
you book it again?
Um, Main reason would be is that um I want to see like what level my recitation is on, because I don't really have any like local Quran teachers around, so I
Hmm.
never really get a chance to like recite to anyone. So that's why whenever I know it's been I come on these like every time you do it, but because the reason why is because I just want to like know what level I am and where I need to improve on, inshallah.
About it.
Mm.
What is it that you think drives you? You would say because if let's be real here, right? If a person is in an area like you, like let's say a desert area, right, not really Muslim pop. There's some Muslims here dotted around, like you mentioned, like there's the Quran teacher here, but it's not really a lot. What pushes you to stay on top of your Quran? That to the fact that okay, you saw this opportunity, okay, let me get my Quran tested, you actually jumped on it. You do not want to be that father or that mother who cannot teach their own child the Quran. You don't want to be that Muslim that during the month of Ramadan, people are turning the pages of the Mus'haf, they're reciting so much Quran, but you're struggling, you're stuttering, you're confused because you haven't learned these principles of Arabic reading. And don't worry, it's a non-judgmental space. Whether you're old, you're young, whether you're high in level, you're low level, I'm just here to help you. I want every single Muslim to be reciting the Quran just like the Prophet ﷺ. And if that's something that sounds interesting to you, click that link below, and I am going to be really, really trying my best to get you to a level where you're comfortable in reciting the Quran, and hopefully be from those whom the Prophet ﷺ said, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه, that the best of you are those who learn the Quran and they teach it. And whether you teach it to your children, or you maybe teach it to your parents, or you teach it to your communities, I want you to learn the Quran and have the ability to teach it and pass it forward. And be that means of people reciting the Quran, inshallah ta'ala. With that being said, click that link below, and I cannot wait to get started with you, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Mm. SubhanAllah, I think it's just the fact that SubhanAllah, like it is, the Quran is like Kalam Allah Azza wa Jal, and then SubhanAllah is like that should be enough of a reason. That's why you want to like go and be on top of your Quran. Like that's really the main reason for me. That SubhanAllah, this is the speech of Allah Azza wa Jal. We need to give it its right in terms of reciting it properly, and having a connection with it. If no matter where you are, it doesn't, even if you're like in a place where not many Muslims or anything, but that shouldn't be a reason that stops you from, for example, seeking knowledge or learning the Quran or going on that path. because especially now it's so like accessible as well.
Six. The reason I ask that question is because usually, obviously, well, not obviously, the environment you're in, right, the community you're in, plays a
Yeah,
massive impact in your upbringing, right?
yeah,
On
100%.
how you carry yourself out.
Yeah,
But even though, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you're in an area which has not really a lot of Muslims.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Even though you live in that area, why? You mentioned, the benefits of seeking knowledge and the importance of the Quran. But what drives you? Why is it that you decide, you know what? Yeah, even though it's very accessible for me to not, you know,
Mm.
study, not recite the Quran, that's like it's probably easy for you to do that in your. Sorry, let me reframe that. It's probably easy for a person living where you are to do that than it is for me, as opposed to because I'm living everywhere for like 100 meters is all Muslims, right? So
Yeah.
why do you once again think that okay, you're actually on, trying to improve your Quran, even though you're in that sort of area?
Okay. I came across like one quote that really like it stuck with me. Is like is either you be patient upon seeking knowledge or you be patient upon being ignorant the rest of your life, right? So,
SubhanAllah.
and that's literally the two paths that you have in front of you. Either you go and learn and educate yourself about your religion, or then you just be somebody who's ignorant. And then always you're gonna have to be at like behest of somebody whenever you're like in a predicament or someone you won't you always just you'll be lost. Whilst once you have knowledge, how that acts like a light for you, like acts like a lamp for you to like guide you to your like dark situations, wherever you, whatever it may be. So one of it, so that's one of the things is like it's fun. I don't want to be ignorant about my religion. I don't want to be ignorant
Mm,
about the Quran. So that's something really stuck with me, especially like today and you know how many different ideologies are out there, different beliefs and stuff. So it's even because even more incumbent upon you to like equip yourself with proper knowledge.
Allah Barik. Okay, wait. So wait, I think we're kind of digressing a bit. Wait. So obviously, Allah Barik, what you mentioned, seek knowledge, amazing, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I'm trying to focus on reciting Quran, right?
Of course,
Um,
yeah. Then for Quran is like the foundation, right? Even if you wanna seek knowledge and go down the path, that's like the foundation where you need to begin.
mm,
So
I think everybody, when I
yeah.
ask them this question, without realizing it, they avoid the question.
Really? Are you sure?
Like,
Like, I should like for me that's really my honest thoughts about it. But unless you're looking for something more specific.
no, I'm not looking for anything. I just want to know for example, why did you actually book this call?
Like basically I have to just to correct my recitation. That's
Okay,
really
yeah,
like and to know what level I am at because it means a lot to me, subhanAllah, like the way I recite the Quran, whether it's just correct or not correct, that's something big, like really
not
big.
very.
So,
I
so
I was
that's why.
going
Oh, go on.
I was going to ask, so why is the Quran like so big for you?
Of course, like because it's first of all, it's the speech of Allah Azza wa Jalla, and that's like, of course, the main reason that, and in the Quran is like, subhanAllah, everything that we need in our for our lives, that we need in our dunya and for akhirah, right? It's like
Without doubt, yeah.
so if we're like not even if we can't like have don't even have a relationship with the Quran, not even understanding with it, not knowing how to recite it properly, then subhanAllah, how are we gonna go and act upon it and follow what's inside it?
Mm, appreciate it. Jazakallah khair. Okay,
Like,
I know it's kind of a long-winded conversation, but I was just really curious actually to see where
yeah,
you came because obviously you did
no,
this
no, of
before
course,
and I did it
yeah,
again and now I'm
I
gonna do
know,
it
I know,
again. You couldn't do it another time. So I'm like, wow, hold on, but why is Muhammad Khan booking it every single
I know.
time? I'm really really interested, right? So that's where that line of questioning came from. So inshallah, if you want to begin with Surah Fatiha,
Okay,
Yeah.
inshallah.
And then we'll take it from there. So just make sure you recite loud and slow.
Yeah, inshallah.
And yeah, that should be clear. Tamam, go on.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان
No,
الرجيم.
whoa. Slow
Sorry.
down.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين.
One second, sorry. Have you heard of something called a mujawwad recitation?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? I want you to try to do that. Slow.
Okay, I don't know.
You don't have to do like all the, all the different, but just try
Okay.
match that pace. That's what I'm trying to get at. Match that
Okay.
pace, yeah?
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط
Wait. Sorry. Usually I don't tell people to wait. The reason I'm telling you to because you're too fast.
subhanallah, even the okay. um
Recite the ayah again, please.
okay.
Ihdina.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
One second. Okay. Right. Allah Barik. So obviously you've gone through the principles with me. You've gone through some sort of tajweed with me. So all the stuff like Fatiha, Kasra, Dhamma, all that good stuff you already know. Lovely.
Yeah.
Uh, so the first thing which I picked out, I know I would like you to do this. Listen back to the previous one, right? The previous one that we did and it's recorded and
Yeah,
uploaded. Check out that one and see if you're making the same mistakes or not, or if you're improving or whatnot, inshallah. Because
inshallah.
I can't quite remember because it was a long time ago. So firstly we have the word yawm, maliki, yaw, yaw.
Yeah.
You're saying
Yo, wait, I remember before you picked this up. Wait, is it yo or is it? I don't know how to differentiate between the yo, like yo, and the normal yo.
so so you don't want to say yo. That's what you're doing. You want to say ya, yow, yow. So what you're doing without realizing it, you're making that fatha heavy. Ya, yo. Right, that's what you're
Okay,
doing. Or rather, what's more correct is that you say yow,
yo,
yow,
yo.
yow, yow. Yeah.
Okay,
Now that O sound, you carry on doing it, but when it comes to heavy letters, right?
okay, I see. Yeah,
For
like
example, in the word khawf, then it's an O, it's a khawf. Then I'm
oh,
not saying khawf. No, I'm saying
yeah.
khawf. But when it's a
Okay,
light letter, for example, like the letter ya with the fatha, ya, yow, not yo. Maliki, yow.
Maliki
Yeah.
yawmi.
Try it again.
Maliki yawmiddin. Yeah, yawmiddin.
Let's break it down. This is what I like to do. Right? I like to break it down step by step, and this is what we usually do in the qaida, right? So let's take it letter by letter. So let's just do the fatha on the ya first. Ya,
Yeah,
again. Ya,
yeah, yeah.
good. And then let's forget the ya sound and just focus on the fatha and the wow. Ow,
Ow,
good. Again. Ya,
yeah,
ow.
ow,
Let's breathe them together. Ya, ow.
yeah, ow,
Okay, so obviously now we got a hamza in the middle. Let's delete that hamza. Yow.
yow.
Good. That's what we want.
Okay,
Go
yo,
on.
okay, get it.
Maliki, recite it.
مالك يوم الدين.
Good, nice, better. Ahsan, right. So that's with regards to huruf liyin. Okay. Next, it was the ayah which I actually told you to repeat. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Firstly, the ha, there was some sort of qalqala there to it.
Oh,
Okay.
subhanallah.
Uh, this letter ha, it's from the letters of hams. فحثه شخص سكت. فها. فحثه شخص سكت. Right? So you want, when he has a sukoon, you want to sorry, my bad. I just my
Yeah.
brain froze. فحثه شخص سكت. Okay. Ha. اهدنا. So whenever he has a sukoon, you want to hold, you want to drag it out a little bit. Okay. All
Okay.
of those letters in that, they have some sort of whispering sound. So whenever they have a sukoon, that makhraj, so that hams, it means the makhraj of it, you slightly whisper it, and by the virtue of whispering, you hold it for more longer. So,
Oh,
Dina, and also, I'm not sure if you realize what you did, but for example, when you said mustaqim, you said it really nicely. You kind of stretched and you held that scene because
yeah.
فحثه شخص sakat, sakat,
Yeah.
mustaqim, right? So, Dina, and that if you do it hands correctly, will eliminate the qalqala. That's why I went into like yeah, so that's going to eliminate the qalqala. If you don't do hams, then you're going to fall prone into doing qalqala, which is what you did. Let's try it
I see.
again.
Okay. So اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
Good, nice, very nice. Then we have on that same word the noon. Right now, when you're reciting this, you, the noon you made it heavy. You're saying nos, nos. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a real common mistake. Like everyone really makes this sort of mistake, and that
Yeah.
is making the light letter before the heavy, like in this example, right? You said
Yeah.
ihdi, nos. Rather, that's why I said take it slow, right? I said take it slow, like really, really slow. So
Yeah.
it should be easier. So you should have said ihdina nas siratal. Yeah,
Nouse. Nouse.
na.
Nouse.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, should we say that?
Okay. اهدنا اهدنا
So you,
الصراط.
you're bouncing on the ha.
So اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
Good, ahsan. Allah barik. And then we had one last thing, and that was on the last word. You need to open up your mouth more for the mad. It's
Okay.
um I've never heard anyone recite like that before. That's all I can
Yeah.
say. I'm not even in a position to say if what you said was right or wrong. It's just I've never heard it like that before
Like
in my life.
how?
So what you said was wala it's like
Okay.
really, I don't know. I've never heard that before. So the
Yeah.
heaviness is good. You got heavy, but open your mouth. While
Oh,
your mouth was really, really right.
I
So just open
see.
up your mouth a little bit more. Let's
Okay.
try that again.
So ولا ضالين.
Good. Ahsan, perfect. Right. Those are your feedbacks from Surah Al-Fatiha Ta'ala. I think these are all
Uh,
new ones. Maybe the yellow ones an old one, but I think
yeah.
the other ones are
I think the one's like from before as well. I remember from Hibs as well. That was coming out.
But let's have you prepared something or do you want to recite another page? I think we've got time somewhere.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I can go for another page, or if
Go
that's okay.
yeah, that's fine. Do you have a certain page in mind?
I was thinking like first page of Surah Qaf. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So in this one, we're gonna do a little bit more differently. Is whenever I find something, I'm just gonna stop you and I'm gonna
No,
tell you, and hopefully you can correct it. And I might just
inshallah.
stop you in the middle somewhere if we get too long. Yeah,
Yeah, no worries. Barakallah
perfect.
feek.
Now, whenever you're ready, slow. Go on.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Right.
بسم
Do
الله.
you know what? Question, sorry, my bad for interrupting. Do you know why I tell you to do it slow?
Yeah, so like it's more easier to pick out if I make mistakes, right? Or
That's one. That's a really important one. Good, right. But why is that
okay.
beneficial to you?
Oh, also because so I don't make as much mistakes because
There you go. Yeah, that's right. The more slow you recite, right, the less likely you are to make mistakes, right?
yeah,
That's one thing that you mentioned. Also, it makes it easier for me to listen out for any mistakes. And the third thing is, if I can pick out mistakes whilst you
yeah.
recite slow, that benefits you. How? Because now you know what to stay away from. And those are
Uh,
mistakes which are going outside your recitation, right? So reciting
yeah,
slow only works in your favor. You probably think
yeah.
you're reciting slow. Let me just do a demonstration of what I mean by slow, just so you
Okay.
know, yeah.
Sorry,
So
Rafik.
I want you to recite like this. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Yeah, it's not that.
I
Go on.
got it. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Good.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قاف
So this is
وال
similar to what happened in the Dod, right? You want to
yeah.
open your mouth more. Qa, so you're doing an sound. Yeah, it's more what? Qaf.
قاف والقرآن المجيد بل عجبوا أن جاءهم
Ja, light. So your Fatiha was a bit heavy. You said ja, ja.
بل عجبوا أن جاءهم منذر منهم فقال الكافرون هذا شيء عجيب أإذا متنا
Make
وكنا
so two hamzas together. Make it super clear. A the.
أإ أإذا متنا
So
وكنا
ta. Ta is a very interesting letter for me. One of the letters which I find the hardest is ta and kaf, right? Because these two letters they share the same qualities, right? These are two letters for let's just focus on ta. That when you say it, air is not allowed to leave your mouth,
okay
but a sound is. So that's kind of mind blowing. Air is
yeah
not allowed because sound is air leaving your mouth. That's what sound basically is, right?
yeah
But if sound has to come out, but air can't leave, it's a bit of a tricky one. Okay. So
okay
that's something you have to do for letter ta. Now, because a lot of people don't do that properly, what you just did right now is you spat on your ta. You made it really kissy, if I want to call it. You mitsna,
yeah
right? You did
yeah
that. Or what a person would do, they would make color on the ta. They'll say mitna. Right? You
yeah
want to try find the balance of making that sound. So for example, mitna. Okay, something like that.
okay متنا like that
Yeah,
متنا
yeah.
أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا ذلك رجع بعيد قد علمنا ما تنقص الأرض منهم وعندنا كتاب حفيظ بل كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم فهم
Again,
في
ja, not jaw.
oh,
This is a new one that you came out of nowhere.
uh,
Where's this come from then?
I don't know.
Ja. Go on. بل كذبوا.
آه، بل كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم فهم في
Don't you're changing your mad into heavy. So you said right now you just said ja. Oh, you switched it halfway through.
no way.
Keep it. Ja.
جاءهم فهم في أمر مريج أفلم ينظروا إلى السماء فوقهم كيف بنيناها وزيناها وزيناها وما لها من فروج والأرض مددناها وألقينا فيها
So
رواسي.
wa'al qai. You just said wa'al qai. I'm overemphasizing on what it sounded like, but there
Yeah,
was an element of wow. Now that makes me believe your lips still have something to do with your heaviness, which is incorrect, right? So
yeah,
remember, where does heaviness come from?
from your tongue, back of the tongue.
From the back of the perfect, right? So there should be no w sound at all. So also I'm going to overemphasize what I heard, just so it's clear. But I heard wa al qaina, where it should be wa al qaina.
قينا والقينا, right?
So I see your lip moving at the bottom. It should like then there should be no reason for it to be moving.
Okay. Um,
Qai,
قوي قوي
good.
قوي. Right.
Go on.
So والأرض مددناها وألقينا فيها رواسي وأنبتنا.
So ra and wow. Try and make that clear. Rawa. I remember quick story. Ra and Wow, for me in childhood, were my two letters which I used to. Honestly, I used to go to teacher, right? Let
Yeah,
me tell you the story. So I used to go to teacher, and obviously, how you have your qaida, Hamza Fataha, Mim Fataha, Ama, Ra Fataha, Ra, Ama, Ra. I
yeah,
couldn't say Ra. Why? Because in English, how do you say the letter R? You
right,
just you just curl up your tongue. There's no touching of the tip of the top. Okay,
yeah.
that's how letter R is in English. So I thought, okay, letter Ra is the similar to the English R. So I say I'm a Ra, Ra, and then
Oh,
just like so for me, Wow and the Ra used to be like the same letter. Like what's the difference here? Oh,
yeah.
Ra, Ra, Ra. I used to really struggle, and then later on I found wait, your tongue's supposed to be touching Ra, Ra. Okay, so that's when I
Right,
found it easy. The reason I mentioned this is because right now it sounds like you were doing the English R for your
right.
Ra. So try say Ra, Rawasiya.
رواسي, like that.
Better, good, good. By the way, let me just mention, I used to cry. I used to be in front of the teacher, and he's saying Ra, and I'm like Ra, and then miskin me, I'm like I can't see it. And then I used to cry like, they used to send me back to my place. And I used to come home and
Yeah,
cry to my mom. I can't say the letter Ra. Like they used to try. Oh, it was lovely times. Yeah. So
I guess
Ra.
raw.
Go
Okay.
on.
وألقينا فيها رواسي وأنبتنا فيها من كل زوج بهيج تبصرة وذكرى لكل عبد منيب ونزلنا من السماء ماء مباركا فأنبتنا فيها من كل زوج بهيج.
No.
Oh, I think next step, sorry.
فأنبتنا به
فأنبتنا
فا
أو فأنبتنا به
جنات
فأنبتنا به جنات وحب الحصيد.
أحسنت. We'll stop there inshallah. I'll actually go reset one more eye to make it in.
والنخل باسقات لها طلع نضيد.
Okay, تمام. Jazakallah khair. So I think one takeaway which I think you can really focus on
Yeah.
is this new mad heaviness that you came up with,
I didn't even
right?
know. Sallah, that is
So
chaos happening on this back at the back of the scenes. This is happening.
so this new sort of qira'ah you came up with, right? Let's delete it. Let's burn it. Right, the
Okay.
way Uthman burned all those copies. Right, let's just stick to this one and
Okay.
let's keep it light. Ja, not
Yeah.
ja. Okay, tamam. Right, Al Kareem. Hopefully that was beneficial.
That was really
Yeah.
beneficial. Jazakumullah khair for your time.
No problem, Al Kareem, anytime. And before you go, I want to ask you, How did you find that? Don't just say good. I want you to, really think. Take your time more and think about it.
Oh, yeah.
How did you
How
find it?
the session?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Wallahi, like really beneficial. Like, alhamdulillah, it showed me like this is exactly why I come on to these sessions every time, just to see what's going on. There's a few mistakes I found that I didn't even know I was doing. So, um, like this heavy mud,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, so I found out that. So alhamdulillah, I've got now some few points I've like noted down mentally. I need to go back.
Don't worry. Once it goes up, you can listen to it, but at least you can listen back to it
Inshallah.
again and actually see directly. Because one thing which I did myself, and I think it helped me fix my recitation,
Yeah,
which a lot of people didn't do, and it's something that we can do, but people in the past couldn't do, is record our recitation and listen back to it.
yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
do that a lot. So sometimes I just
Ahsan.
record it and listen to and just
Okay.
like compare it to like some like cursory or something. Someone, yeah,
Good. You actually
yeah,
mentioned what I was just about to mention. The next step is that, okay, some people they do record and listen back to it. And then the further step afterwards that I would do, which again I wouldn't see a lot of people do, but you just mentioned it alone, Badik, is then go ahead and compare it with the recitation.
yeah.
At that moment in time, I was doing it trying to imitate them. So I got like seven different Surah Al I could imitate. But in the mean
Right.
in the meantime, I was also, without realizing it, correcting my tajweed and how it sounds like. Okay, where is it supposed to be light? Where is it supposed to be heavy? Like really critically analyzing it. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah,
So obviously you don't you're not, there are no teachers there over there whatnot. So
yeah.
that keep that up in yeah, keep that up when you're doing that
بارك
comparing
فيكم
stuff.
أخي الكريم.
Jazakallah
Yeah.
khair al-kareem.
بارك
I guess the next time we'll see ourselves, inshallah, is probably in the conference.
بارك
Wallahu ta'ala alam, yeah. Other
يعني
than that, is there anything else you wanna say before I go, or you all good?
oh, alhamdulillah, just barakallah feek for taking out the time to do this.
You're all good.
Really beneficial, subhanAllah, to so many people. So, inshallah, may Allah so to put this on your scale of hasanat and make
Ameen
it
ya Rab.
a sadaqah jariyah for you, akhi.
Ameen ya Rab. And also, Jazakallah khair for the tafsir. I'm going through it. Alhamdulillah, it's amazing.
Alhamdulillah. That's
But
really good.
more
How far have you like reached?
more on that later, inshallah ta'ala. Yeah. Jazakallah khair al-kareem. We'll catch up soon, inshallah ta'ala, yeah.
Alhamdulillah,
Uh,
inshallah. It's good.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.